As children, we were told that our world once had heroes. Fairy tales to inspire hope in a world with none. As far back as anyone could remember, mankind had been at war with itself. Orphaned, like so many, I survived by the sword and my wits. Neither of which kept me from being sent to a labor camp. It would have been a death sentence had I not made a friend. Avil kept me safe, and I kept him sane. And together, we would change the course of history. Avil, did you make it to Delorum?
Yes. I've almost reached the village of Tablis. You were right, Sandra. This place is completely untouched by the invasion.
Have you made contact with the Royal Army?
No. And I'm not exactly getting a warm reception from the locals.
I'm sure they can be seduced by your charms. I was joking, sort of. They may, however, find you more appealing than the jackals about to descend on Tablis.
In moments like this, I actually find myself missing your company, Sandra. How long do I have before the jackals arrive?
Not long. If you don't act quickly, the villagers will be slaughtered. I've teleported escape crystals onto the battlefield. You need only use one of the runestones I gave you to activate them. I'll leave you to it.
Someone help!
The jackals are hunting down civilians. Use your basic attacks to slay them before they slaughter the villagers. Great work. Now charge the crystal to activate the portal and rescue the civilian.
I don't understand what's happening. What are those things? Who are you?
My name is Avil, the last of the Sentinels. I am here to ready your people for war.
I don't know anything about fighting monsters.
There is something you can do for your people. Something that will save thousands of lives.
Tell me what to do, and I'll do it.
Take this gemstone, and personally see that your king receives it. And when he does, tell him to speak my name into the stone.
The enemy has started killing civilians! Avil, you must act quickly! Good work, Avil. That civilian is safe now. If you're ever lost, you can review your objectives at any time. Squishy little things, aren't they? Good work, Avil. That civilian is safe now. These refugees are lucky you showed up in time.
No! More refugees have been slaughtered.
You made quick work of that one. Keep it going. Some people have climbed onto their rooftops to hide from those monsters. Too bad I'm not much of a climber myself.
If I jump onto the side of the building, I can climb up the wall to reach the top.
Civilians are dying, Avil. You must help them.
I need to dodge when I'm being attacked.
Thank you! Gods protect you!
Good to see my portals are holding up. Thank goodness someone's come to help me. I climbed up here to try and escape those beasts, but now I can't get down.
You're safe now.
The citizens of Delorum are lucky to have you, Avil.
I need to dodge when I'm being attacked.
Avil, congratulations. You're still alive.
Portals are opening, as you said they would. I was able to send many of the townspeople to safety.
It isn't enough.
I know. I sent your speaking stone off to the king. We'll see if he, in his royal wisdom, sees fit to make an alliance, or if he is as foolish as those who fell before him.
I know how you feel, but we're out of options. We will need to coordinate with the royal forces to fight the coming hordes, and we're going to need them soon.
The jackals I killed, they were scouts.
Yes, I hope you're ready, because the Raveni will be attacking soon. Has King Nero made contact yet?
So far, nothing but silence.
Avil, we will need alliances to win this war. The most expedient way to convince the king of our intent is to continue fighting for his people and defending his cities. And when you do speak with the king, may I suggest employing a morsel of diplomacy?
I will think on it, Sandra. Now, tell me of our enemy. What is their location? Last we spoke, they were on course for Petrol.
You've arrived just in time. The Horde has almost reached the city limits. Now go, and show the people of Petrol how a Raveni dies. Executing Raveni requires rune energy. Charge your rune energy by killing jackals and rescuing civilians. That was a good one. Do another.
You saved the right man. I am a spice trader, the richest in all of Delorum. Anything you want, my friend, I will make it yours.
I need you to simply send a message to your king. I gave him the means to contact me directly. Have him do so immediately.
Avil, protect the civilians at all costs!
What is this tower?
We use the watchtowers to keep an eye out for threats. From the top, you can see far beyond the outskirts of Petrol.
I bet climbing the watchtowers would give me a better vantage point.
Another refugee is safe thanks to you. That was a good one. Do another.
Blessed be Delorum! I am saved!
Look who's early. Avil, get after that Raveni before he starts destroying the town.
If it weren't for your noble efforts, I would be dead.
This is only the beginning. If any of us are going to survive what's coming, I need your king to work with me.
I have a contact on the court. I will send urgent word. I knew we could count on you!
Avil, you remember how this works. Hold your rune strike and aim at the Reveni's armor and limbs. Release rune strike to attack.
I've got to hit the weak points when they are glowing.
Avil, hold your rune strike and aim at the Reveni's armor to destroy it. Great job, Avil. Removing a Reveni's armor and severing its limbs also charges your rune energy. Once you have enough, you will be able to execute the Reveni. Now aim your rune strike just below the Reveni's knee to sever its leg.
Sever the Reveni's limbs if I target their weak points with a rune strike.
Rune strike at the Reveni's leg, just under the knee. When it glows, release your rune strike to attack the leg.
I've got to hit the weak points when they are glowing.
Now finish this. Climb to the base of the Reveni's skull. The ogre's neck will glow when you can target it for your rune strike.
I need to use my dodge right before an attack hits me to avoid taking damage.
Excellent work, Avil.
I've got to hit the weak points when they are glowing.
Severing a Reveni's limb will only hinder them momentarily. After a short time, the Reveni will regenerate its severed limbs.
I can sever the Reveni's limbs if I target their weak points with a rune strike.
Avil, your rune energy is fully charged. Quickly get to the base of the Reveni's neck. Avil, valid rune strike targets will glow when you aim at them. Avil, your rune energy is fully charged. Quickly get to the base of the Reveni's neck. Avil, your rune energy is fully charged. Quickly get to the base of the Reveni's neck.
I can sever the Reveni's limbs if I target their weak points with a rune strike. I must find cover to regain my health.
Severing a Reveni's limb will only hinder them momentarily. After a short time, the Reveni will regenerate its severed limbs. Avil, your rune energy is fully charged. Quickly get to the base of the Reveni's neck. Avil, your rune energy is fully charged. Quickly get to the base of the Reveni's neck. Avil, valid rune strike targets will glow when you aim at them.
Sever the Reveni's limbs if I target their weak points with a rune strike.
Avil, your rune energy energy is fully charged. Quickly get to the base of the Raveni's neck. Now, Avil, execute the Raveni. Severing a Raveni's limb will only hinder them momentarily. After a short time, the Raveni will regenerate its severed limbs. Great work, Avil. That's one less Raveni we have to kill.
It's a drop in the ocean. If we don't begin coordinating our efforts with the Royal Army, we will soon be overrun by their numbers.
When word of your bravery reaches the king, he will be compelled to trust you.
And while we wait for the fool king to gather his courage, the Raveni marshal their forces.
You are more right than you know. Another horde is approaching, and this one is better armed.
The next town will not be as fortunate as the last.
Avil, you've arrived just in time. The first of the Raveni are already approaching the town.
I see you finished deploying the escape crystals as well. I'll slay this monster, and save as many as I can.
Avil, that Raveni seems to be wearing some kind of heavy armor. Are you sure you can handle it?
You worry about getting your crystals to the surrounding town, Sandra. I'll worry about the Raveni.
Avil, remember. Executing Raveni requires rune energy. Charge your rune energy by killing jackals and rescuing civilians.
This iron armor looks to be bound by large iron locks. I'll try taking those out first.
Great job. Keep it up.
Use my rune strike on the locks. Charge up my rune energy to take this thing down. Use my rune strike on the locks. to aim my rune strike carefully to hit those locks. I'll have to charge up my rune energy to take this thing down. Ha! No challenge at all.
Careful, Avil. Find cover to regain your health.
I have to build more energy for a kill.
The iron locks may take several rune strikes to remove. Keep at it. Okay, you might have deserved that one.
I need my rune energy fully charged to execute this Reveni. Build more rune energy. I've got to hit the weak points when they are glowing.
Careful, Avil. Find cover to regain your health.
I should build more rune energy. I'll need more power to take this thing down.
Severing a Reveni's limb will only hinder them momentarily. After a short time, the Reveni will regenerate its severed limbs.
Build more rune energy. I can sever the Reveni's limbs if I target their weak points with a rune strike. No! have to aim my rune strike carefully to hit those locks.
Avil, what are you doing?
I should build more rune energy. Time to kill a Raveni.
Now, Avil, execute the Raveni. Nice work, Avil. These people owe you their lives.
This time, Sandra. But what of the next? And the next? Without the King's aid, we're relegated to a single battlefield, while the Raveni push forward on multiple fronts.
You're right, Avil. Which is why we must convince him to join us. This war will not be won by swords alone.
This is King Euro, ruler of Dolorum. You have requested an audience?
This is Avil, the last sentinel, and I wish to strike an alliance with your highness.
Was it your sorcery that created this speaking stone?
My ally, Xandra, crafted this instrument, and others from the weapons of our enemies.
If your boons are so great, why do you seek an alliance?
King Yarrow, I cannot be everywhere. At this moment, I am approaching Moltnuma, where a deadly horde approaches.
Moltnuma? No, that's too soon. I dispatched a garrison to the city, but they won't arrive in time. If you are as skilled as I have heard, Avil, then please, save as many of my people as you can. Good work, Avil. My people thank you.
Avil, if too much of the town is destroyed or its people killed, we will have failed.
I need my rune energy fully charged to execute this Raveni. Use my rune strike on the locks.
job. Keep it up. Now, Avil, execute the Raveni. Avil, focus! Avil, find cover to regain your health. Your work here isn't done yet. That Raveni you just executed wasn't the only one on its way to Moltnamar. When you execute a Raveni, your rune energy will begin to drain. You will need to build it up again in order to execute another Raveni. It looks like this Raveni brought along a friend. You'll have to face them both. Next time, dodge just before an attack hits you to avoid taking damage.
Avil, what are you doing? The Raveni are destroying my kingdom.
Careful, Avil. Find cover to regain your health. Avil, you all right?
I should build more rune energy.
Nice work. Keep going. Be more careful, Avil.
I'll have to charge up my rune energy to take this thing down.
Avil, you must protect the city and its people. If it falls, we have lost.
have to charge up my rune energy to take this thing down.
Valid rune strike targets will glow when you aim at them. You must protect the city and its people. If it falls, we have lost. Avil, if too much of the town is destroyed or its people killed, we will have failed.
I should build more rune energy. Time to kill a Reveni.
Hold your rune strike and aim for the base of the Reveni's neck.
You fought bravely, Avil. Thank you. Many of my people owe you their lives.
We are still losing too many.
I agree. Your ally,
Xandra.
she creates your weapons.
The Reveni use a rare mineral to travel between worlds. Xandra was able to fabricate this talking stone, and our own portals, from similar materials.
I have at my disposal some of the most gifted alchemists, and even they do not understand the properties of this talking stone.
Xandra is brilliant in many ways. Yet as skilled as we are, she and I will not be enough to win this war. Will you combine your forces with our own to defeat this enemy, Your Highness?
Initially, I was reluctant to believe your claims. I had always thought the Sentinels to be a myth, a story to put children to bed.
And now?
I believe. The Royal Army has been dispersed to the locations you decided were most vulnerable to attack. But I fear this strategy leaves my forces spread thin.
I need your army to play a defensive role. By alerting me of attacks as they occur, I can engage the enemy while your forces see to the safety of your people. We'll use signals in the watchtowers to guide refugees through the safest escape routes.
Slowing the Horde down while we move people out of their path will minimize casualties, while Zandra attempts to build a portal strong enough for us to escape the Reveni.
Avil, do you hear that? The alarm has been raised. The Reveni are attacking on multiple fronts.
Get your people to safety, and I'll fight as many as I can.
Avil, we've gotten several reports of terrifying new jackals in the area. Don't let them harm the civilians.
My citizens will be much safer with one less of those around. Another refugee has been saved, but there are plenty more where they came from. Keep it up, Sentinel.
You made quick work of that one. Keep it going. The citizens of Delorum are lucky to have you, Avil. Great work, Avil. Keep it up.
My people are dying of you. You cannot let this happen.
I should rescue the civilians.
No! No!
It's too dangerous to try and channel this crystal with enemies nearby.
The Reveni are progressing too quickly. I cannot allow them to go any further.
That was a good one. Do another.
There are still civilians out there who need my help.
Avil, what are you doing? The Reveni are destroying my kingdom. The Royal Army is...
I need your army.
Slowing the...
Get your...
Avil, we've gotten several reports of terrifying new jackals in the area. Don't let them harm the civilians.
You are exterminating these vermin at quite the pace, Avil.
I'd have to handle these monsters first.
Is this really safe? Thanks, I guess.
That was just nasty. Good to see my portals are holding up. You made quick work of that one. Keep it going. Another refugee is safe thanks to you.
That was quite the sporting maneuver, Sentinel.
Avil, you should rescue the civilians if you can.
I'd have to handle these monsters first.
Another refugee is safe thanks to you.
My citizens will be much safer with one less of those around.
No! More refugees have been slaughtered. The city is falling. I should rescue the civilians.
My citizens will be much safer with one less of those around. I'm saved! I'm saved! This is madness, Avil. We should be bringing the fight to the Reveni, not waiting for them to attack us.
Other leaders had that same idea, Your Highness. They saw their armies butchered and their kingdoms reduced to ash. This isn't any war you've fought before, or any enemy you've ever known.
And what will you do to prevent Delorum from suffering a similar fate? Do you believe Xandra can truly build a device capable of ending this war?
I do. If you were to assist Xandra in her work and give her the resources of your court, we may find that solution sooner.
Very well. I will welcome your ally into my palace and give her the full resources of my kingdom.
Wonderful. You will soon experience her genius for yourself, and furthermore, I think you will find her to be an entertaining addition to your court.
Is her disposition as taciturn as your own?
Oh no, she's far worse.
I have met with Sandra. She is a talented and spirited individual.
You may come to appreciate her candor.
I will send an expedition to collect the material she requires, but it is not easily obtained.
No, it is not. But you must move quickly. Every day we are losing ground to the Ravenni.
I know, and they are closing in on your location as we speak. Try to stall their advance as much as you can. We'll speak again shortly.
I sense a treacherous presence nearby. The Ravenni have come. Another Ravenni already? This Ravenni is no match for my blade. I need to aim for the base of the neck.
A noble death. Where are you? Gods protect us.
I'm fine, Your Highness. Attend to your own affairs. Use my rune strike on the locks.
Here, where are you? Gods protect us.
I'm fine, Your Highness. Attend to your own affairs.
Where are you? Gods protect us.
I'm fine, Your Highness. Attend to your own affairs. Use my rune strike on the locks. base of the neck.
My people shall not forget what you've done here today, Sentinel. Another Ravenni is headed your way. Avil, slay it at once! My people are being slain left and right. Avil, what are you doing?
I need my rune energy fully charged to execute this Ravenni. I'll have to charge up my rune energy to take this thing down. I've got to hit the weak points when they are glowing. Ravenni is no match for my blade. I need to aim for the base of the neck.
It seems my trust in you was well-founded. You must persevere! Slay it at once! A noble death.
I need to aim for the base of the neck.
Incredible work, Avil. It seems my trust in you was well-founded.
I'll have this thing down in no time. I should build more rune energy. I need to aim for the base of the neck. While Xandra is in your care, I hold you responsible for her safety.
I understand she means much to you.
Her wisdom cuts as sharp as my blade. This war will not be won by force alone. We will need her contributions to survive.
I will guard her with my life.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Your Highness, it pains you to speak my title, doesn't it?
My history with royalty has been solely as a pawn, slave, and quarry.
And for whom did you serve?
It does not matter. Rulers were beheaded and replaced before their bodies were yet cold. Those ever-loyal citizens pledged themselves to their new king with the same breath that they cursed the last, and yet all the while they suffered. I serve none but myself now.
An expedition of my most valuable men has left to retrieve the material Xandra requires for her weapon.
That is heartening news.
The journey is not without significant risks. If the Reveni discover what we are looking for, if they even discover us in that vicinity, our plans will be exposed.
I will draw their attention away from your mission.
I know it puts you in great danger to do so, but we may lose the war if you are not successful.
Avil, is that Raveni's armor made of gold? You should save me some as a souvenir. This gold armor is bound by several large locks. Destroy them all with your rune strike to take the armor out.
I can use my rune strike on the locks.
Nice work! Keep going! You may be able to use your whip on areas of that gold armor to gain a height advantage on your opponent.
I'll have to aim my rune strike carefully to hit those locks. Use my rune strike on the locks. I'll have this thing down in no time. I'll have to aim my rune strike carefully to hit those locks.
Dust yourself off and get back in there! My rune strike on the locks. No challenge at all. Our skills give us a considerable advantage. If we had more sentinels, even a handful, we could easily beat back the Reveni and reclaim our world.
I agree. An army of sentinels would win this war handily. But the time needed to develop these skills in others is a resource we do not have. I am already struggling to defend the people of Delorum, without the added responsibility of a student.
You had a teacher, someone Xandra refers to as the Old Man. Would he not want you to train your replacement as well?
The Old Man took his wishes and his secrets to his grave. Better that they stay there than to speculate on his desires. He trained me to win this war. I owe him nothing more.
It sounds like you have a few secrets of your own, Avil. We have a large group of refugees traveling across the plains. If they stay on the right path, they will evade jackals that are scouting nearby.
As long as we keep the watchtowers up, they should be safe from danger.
The displaced refugee population is growing larger every day. If the Reveni realize we are using the watchtowers as guides, our people will be in great danger.
Well, if they hadn't known before, they do now. A horde is currently approaching the Inyo Plains and headed straight for the towers. Avil, you need to keep those towers up as long as you can.
On my way.
It can't be. That armor is made of bright steel.
Be careful, Avil. Bright steel is unbreakable, even by your rune strike.
Another Reveni already? I must find cover to regain my health.
Avil, they've overcome one of the watchtowers. job. Keep it up.
The Raveni will not be getting their hands on that tower.
More Raveni are descending on your location. Be careful, Avil. No time to waste. Get back in there, Avil.
A noble death.
Strike cannot penetrate this armor.
Sentinel! Raveni forces are doubling down on your location!
Nice work. Keep going. They've destroyed another watchtower. Avil, you must protect them at all costs. Another one has fallen. Quick, save the remaining two. There's only one watchtower left. Don't let it fall.
I must find another way to defeat this Raveni.
Sentinel! Raveni forces are doubling down on your location! Noble death.
no challenge at all. My rune strike on the locks.
Great job. Keep it up.
I'll have to aim my rune strike carefully to hit those locks.
Despite your best efforts, we are losing too many people to the Reveni attacks.
King Yarrow, this is not a typical war. Our enemy isn't settling a land dispute. We are not fighting over resources, money, or pride. Our enemy only wants one thing: our annihilation. Our goal is simply to survive.
And Xandra can achieve that goal? Tell me the resources I am extending her are not in vain.
Her mastery of the Reveni weapons has kept us alive this long. We must continue to put our faith in her service.
I will do so for now, but know that I am frustrated with our course.
The war between men ended that day. And our fight for survival began.
With each passing day, it becomes harder to hide our movements from the Reveni. And for how long, Avil? To what end?
Until Xandra is able to complete her device, Your Highness. She holds the key to this war. The sooner your men return from their expedition with Xandra's material, the sooner it will end.
And in the meantime, my people suffer. Even now, my scouts are reporting a Reveni with some sort of weapon attacking from the north. Please save them, Avil.
Gods, that Reveni wields a massive club. I need to do something about that club quickly, or the Reveni will make short work of the city. No challenge at all.
If you don't do something about that club quickly, the Reveni will be able to inflict a massive amount of damage to the city.
Try dismembering the arm that wields the club.
Avil, try dismembering the Reveni's arm that wields the club.
I can use my rune strike on the locks. I should try dismembering the arm that wields the club. This Reveni is no match for my blade. To do something about that club quickly, or the Reveni will make short work of the city. I must find cover to regain my health.
Sentinel! Dust yourself off and get back in there!
If you don't do something about that club quickly, the Ravenni will be able to inflict a massive amount of damage to the city.
The legend of the Sentinels are true after all. Another Ravenni approaches. Move quickly, Avil.
I should try dismembering the arm that wields the club. This Ravenni is no match for my blade.
Noble death.
No challenge at all. No challenge at all.
Avil, where are you? Gods protect us.
I'm fine, Your Highness. Attend to your own affairs. I'll have this thing down in no time.
Noble death. Avil, you must persevere.
this thing down in no time.
Emil, you must persevere! Across Delorum, the wind screams, carrying with it the smell of death.
Your Highness, we have lost much of the northern and western fronts. I suggest we break the refugees into smaller groups and hide them at different locations.
A better solution would be to mobilize my people into a fighting force and give them the opportunity to fight for their own survival. I wouldn't insist on this strategy if our options were not grave. These people are our greatest resource, the future of our existence. I would rather die than endanger them needlessly.
Then heed my words, Your Highness. Do not send them to war.
The refugees have been separated, broken into smaller camps for safety.
You do not seem satisfied.
My people should not be hiding and scurrying about like vermin.
It is too risky to keep the survivors in one location. If the Reveni discover them, they could wipe out nearly all of humanity in one attack.
And after my people are scattered to the winds, who will defend them then?
I will, Your Highness. I will not let them fall.
Send me as many as you can for now. We'll sort out the rest later. Blessed be Delorum! I am saved! Prepare yourself, Sentinel! The Reveni have arrived! Good work, Avil. My people thank you. Another refugee has been saved, but there are plenty more where they came from. Keep it up, Sentinel. My people have located the material Xandra requires.
No easy feat.
Perhaps, someday, you will divulge how you came to discover this resource, nestled so discreetly under the ocean waves.
As I explained, Sandra has been studying the weapons we've acquired from the dead Riveni. The device will work, Your Highness. Soon we will be able to move people further away from danger. Lives will be saved. Isn't that the most important thing?
It is for now. May you never know the responsibility of leadership. The many compromises that one must wear like an unseasonal coat.
You wear them well, King Yarrow.